Welcome to part 5 of my sales video. In the previous one, we talked about the potential buyers for the Hyliion ERX business. I think Cummins probably have the best chance to acquire Hyliion powertrain business if Hyliion decide to sell. In this video, we're going to talk about the potential partnership. Actually, I really like the idea of partnership. I think most likely what's going to happen is Hyliion probably going to form some sort of partnership with Cummins or other company like OEM to carry on its powertrain business. So what kind of a partnership? Didn't they just have a partnership last year for their 12-liter natural gas engine? And they already got the certificate from CARB about the engine. But with the recent news that Hyliion gonna pause the ERX, why would they form another partnership? What's there for Cummins and what's the benefits for Hyliion? So let's talk about that. First of all, keep this in mind, okay? What we are trying to solve here. Why Hyliion paused the ERX? So from the part 1 of the video, we learned that the reason Hyliion paused the ERX is because one is the cost, right? Second is some regulatory requirement, right? So those are some of the hurdles that cause Hyliion to pause the ERX. So any type of partnership has to address those issues first, right? So that's what's in for Hyliion. So, and what's in for other company, for example, Cummins, right? What's the benefit for Cummins? It must be like mutual beneficial, the partnership. Before I talk about the partnership, I want to emphasize one thing. Regardless whether Hyliion gonna sell its powertrain business or trying to form some sort of partnership with Cummins, there's one big condition that's very important, and that is the ERX powertrain must be fully functional, must be reliable. Hyliion cannot just go onto the negotiation table with Cummins with a broken ERX, right? Their powertrain must be 100% reliable and fully functional, okay? Otherwise, Hyliion does not have any negotiation power because the deal is for ERX, right? The help we need is for the ERX. So let's just get the credibility issue out of the way first. So Hyliion claims that they finish all the milestones, everything is good, the ERX is ready to go for commercialization. Is there any source from outside, not from Hyliion itself, from outside, that can prove that the ERX is indeed a good product? Just yesterday, one of the largest global transportation and logistic company, DSV, post this news on their social media. Basically give us good feedback about the ERX extended fleet trial. And they gonna get 10 more truck before Christmas. So basically the trial is about 10 days, and the route is from Laredo, Texas to Fort Worth, Texas, and back. So I did the Google search, and the route is about 900 miles, right? And the result is very positive. So the reduction is very significant. The reduction of fuel and the emission is very significant, as they said here. So from here we can conclude that ERX is working. Okay, it's functional, right? I don't think DSV will lie to us, right? It's the one of the biggest logistics company in the world, and we can trust their words. Oh, by the way, DSV posted this yesterday, like a few days after Hyliion post its review news, right? So why, right? Why would you post this news and praise Hyliion ERX after Hyliion decided to pause the ERX? What's the purpose? It seems really like a weird and contradictory, right? So in this video, I also gonna address that question, give some my thoughts. Now let's going back to talk about the partnership. So showing on the screen, it's current Hyliion business model, right? It's called asset light business model. So basically, what that means is Hyliion only produce powertrain. It doesn't build the truck. It doesn't build the engine. It doesn't build the EXO. All of which are from either Cummins or Peterbilt, OEMs, right? So in order to build the ERX, Hyliion had to buy all those parts, and with its own powertrain to form the ERX truck, right? That's all we know. And the advantage of that is it saves lots of money. So we don't have to build a factory, right? Which can cost billion dollars, and it's easier and fast to get into the market. So you will have an advantage. But the disadvantage of this business model, as I mentioned in my previous video, is Hyliion cannot control the price of each component, right? To build a truck, I think there's hundreds, if not thousands of parts, right? So Hyliion team had to procure different parts from different suppliers. So we all know during COVID, the price of everything goes up, and there is a supply chain issue, right? So not only the price go up, but also it's hard to get the parts, right? So that's why this business model does not work for Hyliion anymore. That's why Hyliion need some help to fix this, right? Either sell the business, powertrain business, if it cannot get any help, or to form some partnership to fix this issue. So that's what I'm going to talk about next. Now, this is the new business model that I think that will come out of Hyliion's strategic review. As you can see here, Hyliion is no longer the center of the show. The center of the show is Cummins. Hyliion is just a supplier of its powertrain component. Does this business model solve all or most of Hyliion problem from previous business model? Let's take a look. So first, cost. So by only focus on its own powertrain technology and not to worry about the price, the high price of engine, high cost of EXO and all other parts. So I think the cost of production and development is reduced dramatically. Then, how about all the regulatory requirements and mandates? Hyliion does not need to worry about those anymore, because that's not their worries. It's the obligation of Cummins. So Cummins will deal all those requirements. For example, the new 15-liter engine with CARB or EPA. So that solves Hyliion problem. So what's in for Cummins? Why would Cummins help Hyliion? Why would Cummins solve a Hyliion problem? From part 4 of my video, I already mentioned that Cummins already launched its own electrification business branch called Hyliion, right? So maybe Cummins have the ambition and the goals to build its own semi-truck, electrification semi-truck, including like a fuel cell, battery electric, and of course hybrid, right? Battery and ICE hybrid. And with Hyliion Hypertruck ERX portfolio, right? They can finish all the spectrum, right? It's gonna bolster their portfolio. So that's why I think Hyliion and the Cummins will form a good partnership because they mutually benefit from each other. Now it's a good time to answer this question. Why would the DSV promote ERX after learning the news that Hyliion gonna pause the ERX production? That's because the results from extended fleet trial is exactly what both parties needed to form this partnership. From Hyliion side, it's to showcase their credibility. And from Cummins side, they have to make sure their own electrification truck will work with Hyliion powertrain. Then what's in there for DSV or other company who is going to do the extended fleet trial? Now, if DSV or other fleets want to buy 1,000 ERX, where are they gonna go? They're gonna go to Hyliion? No. They're gonna talk to Cummins. Why? Because the cost of the truck is gonna be much cheaper and much affordable for all the fleets. You can see by form this kind of partnership with this business model, not only does it save Hyliion powertrain business, it also helps Cummins to complete its portfolio and also helps fleets who want to adopt Hyliion technology to reduce price. The fleets can buy the truck much cheaper. It's a win-win-win situation. Can Hyliion partner with other company other than Cummins? Of course they can. For example, they can partner with Peterbilt, right? Now the Peterbilt will be the center of the show, and the Cummins and the Hyliion will be just supplier to Peterbilt. The possibility of this type of a partnership between OEMs and Hyliion, it depends on lots of factors, right? So maybe Peterbilt or other OEM doesn't like a hybrid system like ERX. They may want to go to fuel cell, or they may want to go with pure battery, right? So it's hard to say. I like the Cummins partnership more than this one, but it's anybody's guess, right? So all option is on the table. That's just my 2 cents about the partnership. Now, one of the outcome for the strategic review, right? So what do you guys think? Does my reasoning make sense to you guys? If you have any other idea or other thinkings, please comment down in the description below. In the next video, I'm going to talk about Thomas Healy. Right now on the social media, there are a lot of criticism about him, and somebody say, actually, lots of people saying he's a liar, he scammed us, he didn't tell us the truth about the ERX, and somebody even suggested that he should step down as a CEO of Hyliion, right? So in the next video, part 6, I'm gonna talk about that. Please stay tuned.